Hey yo everyone! Time to cover my favorite unit, the Spear Sergeants. Spear Sergeants are a Silver Era 4-star chivalric unit. They cost 250 leadership, but the cost is not much considering the utility they bring. Spear Sergeants sport 5 different traits. Staunch Defenders describes their excellent defense and capabilities to block incoming enemy advances. Heavy Armor relates to their, heavy armor that makes them difficult to harm. Relentless describes their skill at maintaining their formations, even while pushing through enemies. Fire Resistant relates to their armor being less vulnerable to thermal weapons. This makes it harder for them to combust. Shield Bearers gives a range damage reduction while they are using their shields. As you may know, this trait loadout is typical for a shield wall unit. They are tanky and resistant. Formations that can be used with Spear Sergeants include the Shield Wall. This is used for team play on creating a wall defense. I would not use this often when running solo, as enemies can jump over it or focus on one point and create an opening. For solo play, the Turtle is a great option. They cover themselves on 3 sides. This makes it harder for enemies to penetrate into your formation. You can also use Shiltrin if you need coverage on all sides, such as defending on a point. There are 2 unit orders that can be used with Spear Sergeants. The Advance causes them to form up and march forward to a specific point that you specify. By using Advance, the unit will still have their full shield bonus as they approach the enemy. This is great for approaching archers. The other unit order is Cover Commander. With Cover Commander, the unit will surround the Warlord and defend them. They will continue to follow the Warlord and attempt to maintain the formation. This is excellent for keeping the units tight as you walk into enemies. A large bonus of this order is that your units won't wander away, causing the side effect of their enemy focus targeting to be better. More of your units have the chance to target the same enemy since they maintain close proximity. Let's get into Veterancy. There are 2 possible lines to take. Before you pick a line, you get a 3% increase to health. If you go top line, you will net a 20% increase to block recovery, 9% increase to piercing defense, increase to blocking by 120, 9% increase to slashing defense, 15% reduction to damage when armor is pierced, 10% reduction to damage taken from your attacks, 6% increase to health. Following through the top line will net a solid decrease to damage that the Spear Sergeants take, though it is hard to spot the difference in the stats. If you go bottom line, you will net a 15% increase in damage to cavalry, 6% increase to piercing damage, 30% increase to damage in non-dispersed formation, bracing weapons will stun enemies, 24% increase to damage dealt when blocking cavalry, 20% reduction to damage taken from cavalry. Following the bottom line will increase the damage output of the Spear Sergeants, as well as give the utility of the stun when in brace. As a side note, unlike pikes, the Spear Sergeants do not have a brace order. Brace for the stun refers to being in formation. A popular build that I even use with my Spear Sergeants is to fill out the bottom line until you get the brace stun, then go to the top line. The brace stun provides excellent utility and team play options. They can stop charges and advances, allowing the damage dealers you pair them with to wipe out the enemy. The last 2 Veterancy options on the bottom line focus on anti-cavalry. And though cavalry is a powerhouse in the game, Spear Sergeants are not a hard counter to cavalry. This is better left to pikes. The increase to blocking and slashing defense from jumping to the top line fit the use of a shield wall better than the attempt at shoehorning them as anti-cav. Doing this build will result in the stats you see now. Getting into the doctrines available, there are 13 they can be equipped with. They are the Assassination Doctrine, increases damage to warlords. Barber Surgeon's Doctrine decreases total unit permanent losses from open world battles by 30%. Blunt Doctrine, which increases blunt penetration. The Blunt Damage Doctrine, which increases blunt damage. The Blunt Defense Doctrine, which increases blunt defense. The Breakthrough Doctrine, which increases damage to units. The Life Doctrine, which increases health. The Piercing Doctrine, increasing piercing penetration. Piercing Damage Doctrine increases piercing damage. Piercing Defense Doctrine increases piercing defense. The Rare Spear Doctrine 1, which increases health by more than the Life Doctrine. the Slashing Defense Doctrine, which increases slashing defense, the Spear Doctrine 2, which increases the block and increases block recovery. For my own Spear Sergeants, I use the Assassination Doctrine, the Piercing Doctrine, the Piercing Damage Doctrine, the Spear Doctrine 1, and the Slashing Defense Doctrine. Though, if I had another breakthrough, I would swap out the Slashing Defense. Also, if I had a Spear Doctrine 2, I would swap out the Piercing Doctrine. Some extra notes for Spear Sergeants. They are not the best defensive walls. A constant barrage of range attacks will wear them down more than Imperial Spear Guards, so be cautious about holding a location for too long without extra wall support. If you are not in formation with the Sergeants, you should be in cover commander. This will keep them following tightly with you, as well as since they want to encircle the Warlord, they cover each other's backs better. I highly recommend starting right away at getting the Brace Stun. It does not have a guarantee on first hit to stun, but this will stop plenty of charges if the enemy does not have a stun resist. So match up with a damage dealer like Pikes to stop charges, and let the Pikes clear out the enemy. Spear Sergeants are not the best defenders, the highest damage dealers, or the best pushers. They are not great at anything, but the perk to them is that they are good at everything. They can stop an assault, they can deal solid damage, and they can push using cover commander well. They are the jack of all trades for players that want to group up or run solo. This is why they have been my favorite unit. Spear Sergeants also do have a promoted variant, the Simichian Stalwarts. To unlock the promotion, you have to do the unit challenges from Season 5. The first tier of the unit challenges will even unlock the Spear Sergeants for free if you have not done so already. The Stalwarts are a unit that has been heavily used, seeing itself land as a staple in the meta since it was introduced. But that is another video. Thank you all for watching. I hope this gave you a look at Spear Sergeants. If you want to support the channel, please subscribe, or you can check out a Twitch stream over on my Twitch channel. I also have a content creator code that you can use while getting content creator packs from my games. Links in the description below. With that, until next time, I will see you on the battlefield.
Yes! Yes! Yes!